Hi, everyone. This is Caroline with Thriving Abroad Expat Interviews, where I get the opportunity to talk with beautiful, amazing, and fearless people all over the world that are living their best lives in other countries. And today I have the honor and the pleasure of talking with a princess who comes from Africa. Zyabo, welcome to our
Hi.
program. So let's get into your expat journey. You left the
Mhm.
beautiful country of Zambia and
Yes.
headed off to, of all
Turkey.
places, Turkey. Now, was that your first journey or had you been traveling around?
No, that was my first time outside the country, even. So it was brand new. I had no idea what it was going to be like. And it's something I'd always wanted to do. So I was like, the time has come. Let me just go for it. So yeah, it was like first time everything. And yeah, that's how it happened.
And now, was it for school, for work, or just for adventure that you decided to
Okay.
go?
It was for school. So yeah, the main reason actually was to study. So that's why I left. And because everything's in Turkish, I had to spend like a year learning the language because my studies are in Turkish. So I had to prepare for 8 months and then get started. And now actually I'm in a different country for Erasmus, which is like an extension for school as well. So yeah, that's how it all started. School was like the main goal.
What are you studying?
Architecture. I'm an architecture. Now I'm a senior, so
Oh, that's
I finished in a few
amazing.
months.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So I know that, in Africa, especially from, different cities, there's small communities. What was it like for your family, your friends? What was that like for you leaving? Did you have difficulty?
I mean, for us, it was like, well, it's kind of, I guess, maybe unexpected because my dad worked for an NGO and Red Cross. I don't know, maybe you've heard of it. So they
Yep.
have like branches everywhere. So yeah, he like always traveled around and stuff. And I think initially that's where I kind of got the travel bug from. So for us, having someone like travel or be away was something we were kind of like used to. I went to like a boarding school for like 5 years. So yeah, I was like just used to being away. So just yeah, saying that I wanted to travel and study outside the country didn't come as a big surprise to everyone. My mom was a bit like, a bit, yeah, she wasn't really up for the idea
Of
because
course.
during that year, Turkey had like an attempted coup. So there's like a lot of political stuff that was happening also. But I just wanted to do it still. So yeah, they were like they were very supportive. Like the first few weeks they called me all the time to like check on me and all that. And by the second month, yeah, they were like, she's fine. There's no problem.
I
So yeah, they were
know.
pretty like okay with it. Yeah, very
I know
comfortable
that
with the
feeling.
idea.
I know that that's the horrible feeling when your kids are not with you. So,
Uh-huh.
okay, so you moved to Turkey. What was it like for you? You did say that, you had to learn the language. Were the people
Yeah.
welcoming? Are they welcoming to foreigners in Turkey?
So Turkey was like, well, things, I guess I didn't do that much research before I came here, but so that's on me. But to be fair, when I checked, most of the stuff was like, there wasn't really so much content and like people that lived there and stuff. It was basically people that had come for like a week or 2 weeks and stuff. And one thing I've realized is a short stay is different from like staying for like a year or so
Yep,
and stuff. Yeah,
yep,
because the
absolutely.
experience is just really different. So generally Turks, yeah, they're very like welcoming people and stuff. I had a lot of culture shock from like so many things. I was like, wow, okay, this is different, this is new. But and one thing I realized also is, I guess it's almost the same in every other country. Depending on which city you go to, your experience also is like very different. So I lived in a place that didn't get like many foreigners and stuff, or maybe in the past like 6 years most students have gone there, and so they're like still trying to like get familiar with like foreigners and stuff, especially with like black people. So that in itself was a different experience. Like people would just like walk up to you and like want to take a picture of you or take a
Yeah,
picture with you, and like
yeah.
yeah, it was a lot to get used to be fair. But other than that, you can find like the most like friendly and like welcoming people from like Turks. Like even compared to like Zambians in some cases. I feel like they're much more like open to like foreigners and new people and just wanting to help strangers out. Yeah.
So you've been there 5 years now.
Yeah, almost 5 years. Yes, almost 5 years, end of this year. Yeah.
What are some of the favorite things that you like, or what are some of the things that keep you there that you enjoy about the culture so far? Because you're now, really had a chance to really get in to know the people, the culture, the food. What are
The
some of your
language,
favorite
yeah.
things?
Okay, I really like, well, so after coming here, I think there was a time I was like really homesick and I was like, oh, I'm going to be here for a while. So I might as well just do stuff. So I started to like travel around. And it's just so crazy how rich, I mean, the country is in terms of like landmarks and places you can go to and visit. Like honestly, it's like being in a different world. Like there are places that I've seen locally which are like amazing, and that's one of my favorite things about the country. It's just there's so much you can see. It's like all year round. There would be like a place you could travel to if you like sightseeing and stuff. So that's amazing. Another thing I also like is the rich culture. So yeah, like Turkish cuisine is pretty popular and most people have heard of it. And really, their food is like there's so much. Like sometimes I feel like I'm like, do we have as much food like in terms of just recipes and how the different ways you can eat stuff like that one's like yeah, it's amazing. One of the things I love the most, definitely.
Um, what about the single life for
Mhm.
someone that's single, young? What is their what do the youth do? What is it like being single and young in Turkey?
Okay, so the funny thing about Turkey is I feel like as a whole on its own, they're like caught in between two separates. Like you would find really conservative people. Like some of the most conservative people I've met in my life are from here. And then you have like people on the other side of like the spectrum also that are found here. So it's just like a really big range of so many things. And um most of like my friends or like other, I guess like students, foreigners especially, have it much more, I guess, easier because they understand that you're from like a different culture. So whether it's like traveling around, or I would go in camps when yeah, that was like before COVID and everything. We would go like camping, we would try out so many things. I tried out couch surfing. um so many like pubs and stuff which are popular in some places, whereas you wouldn't find pubs in some parts of the country. So it's like wild extremes. It just really depends on where you are, but there's a lot you can do.
So
Students love dance classes. Yeah, there's a lot.
there's something for everyone then.
Yeah, we can put it that way. Yeah, there is.
And you've been blogging on Instagram about your life there.
Mhm.
Beautiful pictures. It's just amazing to see what you've done. And I guess my next question would be for someone that has left their home country to move to another completely different culture, a different land, what is some advice that you can give now that you are a seasoned expat and you've lived a life away from your country? What are some of the things that you would advise someone who was thinking of leaving their country to live somewhere else?
Well, I think to begin with, I would 100% recommend. You may hate the place, but you may also like really, really love it. And I feel like you get to have a very different experience, no matter how similar a country or culture may be to like what you're used to. It's just there's so many things that will be different that will happen, and it's always like a good experience, honestly, because sometimes I think of how I was before I left, or just how I saw certain things, and compared to how I do now, it's a big like difference. Even like I even wonder how it would be being, back home. I haven't been, by the way, the whole time I've been here. It's like so much would change about yourself and how you see things and see the world, but it's all really good stuff. Like, and once you get there, I think just opening up yourself to experiences, I guess. I think that's, yeah, that's the main thing. Like just open yourself up to experiences. That's what I would say. Whether it's trying a new kind of food, or maybe going on a date with someone you wouldn't have been out with before, just trying new things, honestly, because it's one of the best things ever, just getting a whole new experience, and it's amazing. So definitely, yeah, just be open to experiences.
Yes, I think that's great advice. Just be open. So you've been there 5 years. Any plans maybe in the future to venture off and visit other countries, or do you just feel home where you are? Is this home for you for the most part?
I feel like I think I want to see a few other places before I can find my home yet. So yeah, like currently I'm with an Erasmus program. So it's a student exchange program. You can do this whether you're an undergrad, master's, or PhD student, and you get to spend a semester in any European country. So I recently just came, actually I came few days ago. Yeah, I'm still in lockdown right now. I'm still in quarantine, so I haven't gone out and seen any place. But yeah, I'm seeing Hungary now, and I hope to extend up until summer. And while I'm here, hopefully, if the restrictions get better with like COVID and stuff, I could possibly see other countries that are close by, and yeah, just see where I can settle in. Yeah, I'm pretty open to just going to different countries, be it for like 6 months, a year. There's so many different programs that people can use. There's a different kind of visa that I've heard of now. It's about it's for expats. Like it's like a remote kind of visa, so you can go
Yeah,
there. All you have to do is have like a job remote. Like that's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's something I want to try also. So yeah, I'm open to like seeing more places, and then I can find my home.
There's a lot of world out there to discover for sure.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
if we want to follow you and see some of the beautiful images that you have been sharing, how do we connect with you?
Okay, so the most active would have to be my Instagram account. So that's Wiziani __, or you can just type in Zyabo and it would still appear, because that's also the name for my blog. It's zyaboonline.com. So those two are the main ways you can find me, or you can look for Zyabo Online on Facebook also. I have a page there as well that you can, yeah,
Yeah,
get in
you've been
touch.
blogging. Do you find that to be very helpful, blogging about your experiences?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It was one of the things that made me, I guess, enjoy being here more, because then I'm like, okay, what can I do next? Or it just opened me up to like experiences, I guess, or like wanting to experience stuff. And I love to write. So it's amazing to have this thing that I feel like 5, 10 years from now I can still look at and be like, oh, this is, yeah, I had a great time. Or and I also hope for my blog to help other people who are planning or trying to come to Turkey, because I didn't really have any source like that before I came. So yeah, I'm just trying to fill in that gap.
From Zambia to Turkey and beyond. I am so proud of you. And
Thank you so
Zyabo, I wish you all the best in your expat adventures in life abroad. And thank you for sharing a little bit of your life and how you are actually living your best life now in Turkey. Thank you. We look forward to more adventures from you in the future.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm excited for what's to come.
Bye-bye.